Happy Halloween, all you freaks and geeks. Yes, it is our Halloween show. We have AEW Dynamite on Wednesday again, and we get to tell you about a banger of a show, plus a little bit of bad news out of Journey Pro and Ring of Honor. This is Total Spotfest. Ooh.
Welcome to or welcome back to Total Spot Fest. I am JJ Brownlee. He is Jamie Faulkner, coming at you with a regularly scheduled program tonight, talking about Dynamite back on Wednesdays. The world feels right.
Back to normal.
Let me know, Jamie. Have you felt just like off? I know that we talked about this at work a few times, and I blame wrestling because both of us for the past few weeks have been on like Wednesday. It's like, oh, at least tomorrow's Friday, you know. It's just I blame them because it feels like everything is off, right?
Yeah, the world has not felt right with Dynamite not being on Wednesday, but all is right in the world. And
thank you, Jeebus. Thank you to Miro's God for letting us get back on track. So thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. We do appreciate it. If you're checking us out on YouTube, please feel free to drop a comment down below. Join the conversation. And while you're down there, you can destroy the like button or just, press it gently. Either way.
I would prefer if you put it into a lion tamer.
All right. Do you want to tell them? Well, hold on a second.
We'll
if you listen to us on Twitter, on your favorite. Now you got me all mixed up here. If you listen to us on your favorite podcast provider and you want to join the conversation, you can definitely always tweet us at Total Spotfest. Be sure to check us out at www.totalspotfest.com. We have all of our podcasts put up there. You can always listen, go back in the back catalog, check out the merch table. You can get some good merch, which I've been doing some early birthday gifts for Jamie. I don't know if we're gonna put them on the merch table or not, but please check us out there.
We totally should.
I mean, what's the harm in that? So, okay, first things first. Papa, freak all the honeys. No. We want to talk about Journey Pro. So DJ came out and on Tuesday midday, give or take, came out on Twitter and said, due to some personal emergencies, we're not going to be able to have the show this Friday. So unfortunately, the Freaks Come Out at Night is postponed. It's not happening. Everybody should be getting refunds. You should be getting a refund for both our tickets, Jamie, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
But they're still going to try and do whatever their big announcement is. But unfortunately, the show this weekend is not going on. So if you have not heard, I'm sorry to be the bearer of bad news. And it is bad news, but I hope and pray everything's okay. Some personal emergencies. I don't know if that's his family, Walter's family. But I just hope and pray everything's okay with everybody involved. It didn't sound like it was super serious, or he would have probably been a lot more descriptive and heartfelt about things. But there's something came up that prevented them from doing the show. So unfortunately, no Journey Pro this month. Ooh-hoo.
Well, I'm bummed, but at the end of the day, if it's about making sure somebody's healthy, then it's all worth it for me. Especially this day and age of COVID and craziness.
Right, right. So, the good news is, whenever the next show is, we'll be out of the mask mandate, and hopefully everybody out there has been getting your vaccines. And then if you make this a political thing, because a vaccine is not a political statement. It's fucking science, people. Go get your vaccine. We shared the news with each other, of course. As I saw it, Jimmy was in meetings all day, and I told him about it. And we bummed out for a hot second, and then we immediately pivoted after our kumbaya moment to, we have Halloween costumes now that are just going to sit on the shelf until God knows when.
I know,
right?
but they're so good. So I'm wearing mine Friday.
You want to tell them? What it was?
Absolutely. All
right, Jamie. This is Jamie's brainchild, so I'm gonna let him go at this here. Mine's in the other room. I'm not gonna grab it, but it's very good.
So we decided, or I decided. I guess I'll take ownership of this.
No, we agreed upon. It was your idea, but we did
agreed.
agree.
We agreed upon this is what we're gonna do as a couples, if you will, or a team. So first, we talked about doing Legion of Doom, but that was just way too damn expensive for just some shoulder pads. It's like I'm out. But then, if anybody knows me from going to any shows and you listen to this podcast, my favorite wrestling move of all time is the lion tamer. So we decided that JJ was going to be a lion and I was going to be a tamer. So lion tamer.
We would be the lion tamer.
Yes, we would be the lion tamer. I had the jacket, the top hat, a whip. It was awesome. He had a lion's hat. It was actually the one from Harry Potter, which I thought was even better.
Luna Lovegood.
Yeah. No, it was awesome. And
I also got like a goldenrod shirt, so you kind of complete the look and whatever. And I was gonna wear a tail, but it was too late to ship for Halloween, so I was like, meh, but
yep.
It was a stellar idea. And Jamie was gonna follow me around, not the whole night, but follow me around, kind of like whipping and like, oh, settle down, right?
Yes, it would have been really, really fun and funny. And this is all 100% to troll one Jeremy Wyatt. Because I'd be like, lion tamer, and then somebody would be like, you are a lion tamer. That's what I was really hoping for. It's like, I know.
That's why we wanted people to yell it out at us, There's be like across the way, someone gets it and just goes, lion tamer,
Exactly.
and then if you thought Jamie had some troll tendencies, you have no idea. Like, we were going to be a couple's costume for the sole purpose of trolling Jeremy Wyatt. Something that he's been doing now for the better part of 3 years.
3 years. 3 years. I've been yelling lion tamer at him for 3 years. And
with a year and a half break in the middle there, but still.
Yeah, but, and he definitely I finally got under his skin at the last show, and he looked right at me and goes, would you quit with the damn lion tamers? I'm like, nope. I'm going to crank it to 11 now since I got a response.
Yeah. So, if you guys were planning on going, give us a tweet or give us a comment down below. Let us know what your costume idea was. I'm of the ilk that I almost think we should just come in costume next month, or if they have like 2 shows next month, the first one.
Yeah. I'd still do it. I don't even care. It's Halloween every day.
People go to cosplay to shows all the time,
Mm-hmm.
One of our friends on Twitter, Shining Polaris, she like is deep in the cosplay scene and goes to every show as like Young Bucks cosplay. So,
which is awesome.
It's pretty cool. So shout out to her. But yeah, so let us know if you guys are planning on going, what your costume idea was. So that's the bad news. And I'd want to say this is good news, but it's not. There's not a lot of news, but unfortunately the news is out there. Not that great. So Ring of Honor came out yesterday and formally said that they are putting a halt on their production. They're suspending, what was the exact words? I have it in front of me here. This year, quote, this year we will culminate with a final battle in December, so one last show in December, and we'll be taking the first quarter of 2022 to work internally to reimagine ROH.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody I've seen, Fightful Select, other commentators, bigger names out there in the wrestling media world, has always speculated that it's like, yeah, they're going out of business. They're going to try and reimagine, but what does that look like, right? So, all the talent, now here's the interesting part of this. All the talent is being given their freedom, their release, basically, because of this. It's effective, I think, at the end of their contract term in January or whatever, but they came out and clarified so that that you can go out and you can book yourself. Go ahead, knock yourself out. Mm-hmm. Right? Everybody's free. Mm-hmm. So good and bad for that is going to be a lot of people on the market. I have the roster in front of me. I want to just highlight a couple real fast. The bad though for all these people that Ring of Honor was the king of the indies for years. That's where we saw Punk and Joe Danielson was there. That was the connection to New Japan, right? So we got the Young Bucks and Adam Cole and AJ Styles and Kenny Omega. I mean,
Kevin Steen,
oh,
so many good people walk through the entrance at a Ring of Honor. Like, so many amazing wrestlers, and it's just it breaks my heart that this could be the end for them. I really, really, really hope it's not, but I feel terrible for the people that we have seen busting their ass at Journey Pro, at NWL, and some of these other places. It's just been busting their ass and finally make it to somebody who's got something, and it's basically going away. And it just breaks my heart.
Yeah. So I have the roster, like I said, in front of me here. So just I'm not going to go over the entire roster, but to highlight some names that you guys are going to recognize most definitely, is of course Angelina Love, Bandito, who's already got bookings for GCW in December, by the way.
Yeah,
so
he's good.
A lot of these people are going to land on their feet. Don't worry. Brody King. Oh, God. Please reunite with House of Black. Please. Yeah. Our good friend, Dak Draper. His fiance as well.
Quinn McKay.
Thank you. Slipped my brain for a second. Quinn McKay. One Mr. Danhausen, who's already fanning the flames of potential AEW-ness, right? We'll talk about that in a second.
Trying to get him lined up like he's talking.
There you go.
Very nice. Very evil. I can't do his voice. Can't do Danhausen.
Very nice. Very evil.
See, that sounded more like...
That's not.
Yeah, that sounded like Borat.
I can't do voices. Also, EC3, boy, he made a bad choice.
Right?
The Briscoes, Flip Gordon, Jonathan Gresham, who is Jordan Grace's husband, for those of you who not in the know. You have Kenny King, from TNA fame. The Bennetts, Maria and Mike Bennett.
Yeah, that sucks for them.
I know. And Maria was doing great things with the women's division there. Miranda Alizé, Roxy, who is their current champion, upset. Angelina Love. And then you've also got, some people that you might have seen at some other shows here and there. But the two names that really stuck out to me personally were Rush, who's currently injured, but so good. So damn good. And maybe one of the more noticeable names there, Angelina Love's pretty noticeable, the Mike Bennett and Maria Kanellis Bennett, of course, but Jay Lethal.
Yeah, Jay Lethal on the open market is scary.
Right. Especially because he purposefully turned down company after company to stay and be the guy in Ring of Honor.
Yeah. He wanted to be the guy.
And you can point fingers at whoever you want, because ever since he did that, they started going down. But that also has to do with people leaving. But competition rises to meet it, too. GCW came from a little bit of nothing to be a big player in the game, right? AEW was nowhere to be found 3 years ago. So it happens. But what are your takes on... What are your takes on some of the people that are out there that I went over, and, others... potentially as well? If you think about it, this floods the market even more. They all can't show up in AEW or Impact. Or could they? What do you think?
I could see a few of them going to Impact, a few of them making AEW their home. I could see a few of them jumping ship to NXT, because some of them are young and very talented and will chase money. Roxy is the first person that I think of.
Roxy for sure has got NXT written all over.
She's 19 years old. And ridiculous.
She fits the NXT 2.0 stick pretty well, right?
She does, like a glove, if you will. I could see her easily going over there. I'm 90 1,000,000% confident that Dan Housen was going to be in AEW.
I hope to God.
He fits AEW. He knows everybody in AEW. Like, that's the thing. Like, he belongs in AEW. His shtick would just be eaten alive by them.
He's pretty much AEW without officially being anywhere near AEW.
He was one of the very, very, very few non-AEW wrestlers that was on the Jericho Cruise.
Yeah. He does all the stuff with Evil Uno, and Ethan Page and him are great friends, and he's always on their vlogs and doing toy hunts. And I mean, it's just, and he's so unique. There's certain places that he would not work at all, right? There's not a chance in hell he'd go to WWE would take him. Not a chance in hell.
He wouldn't go because they want to change they make him Donovan again.
If they even took him, I don't think they'd even give him a second look. They'd be like, "Oh, fuck this guy!" Right?
He's too small. He's not under 30 or under 30, over 6'3" and over 200 pounds.
Right, they're stupid parameters. New Japan, I don't see really as a fit for him. Even though the stickiness could. I don't know. His style to me doesn't. I don't know. For some reason, I just don't see him in New Japan. I don't think.
Oh, they would eat him alive over there. They would love him.
As a character, they definitely would. But I don't know. For some reason, I'm not feeling it. You know, that's a gut feel. I think Impact, sure, but AEW makes so much goddamn sense.
I could see Jay Lethal actually making a Japan run.
I can. More than likely. I don't know if there's beef between him and others that run AEW, you know, Bucks and whatnot. Who knows? They feuded, of course, when Bullet Club was in Ring of Honor, but that's not necessarily a downside. I know Jay Lethal's very headstrong, to put it that way.
Yeah. I could see him going to Noah. You know, a medium-sized promotion, not New Japan. So Noah out there, he could definitely do that. You know, I mean, he could just stay in GCW. I think he'd be a good player in GCW, actually, or MLW, either one.
Well, I think that leads me to my next talking point here is really when you think about this, because, you know, and we hope the best for Dak and Quinn. You know, I think wherever they go, they got upside potential to the moon.
Dak needs to be in MLW. I think MLW would be a great home for him.
I think New Japan Strong would be a good home for him too.
Yeah, he's got a lot of people he knows there.
Yeah, and the LA Dojo. I mean, he would fit in there like a glove. Just saying. So that leads to the question about the mid players, because there always was basically a bunch of little guys and a couple bigger indies, right? That's how it was. Now the scene's a little more diverse. You've got smaller regional stuff, kind of, you know, similar and akin to Journey Pro, and even smaller than that, you know, those promotions. Journey Pro is like a medium-ish size, and then you've got the medium size, you've got the larger indies, and you've got the major companies, with WWE, of course, being the monolith, you know, in the desert. So, do you think that this strengthens and gives more more ammo for these? Obviously, gives more ammo for these medium companies, GCW, NLO, you know, NWA, New South, you know, stuff like that.
You know, it does, and it could make some of these smaller markets into decent sized players. So like, I again, baseball reference for you, like the 2014, 2015 Royals, when we were a small market team, but ended up, you know, having our moment. And, you know, because we had the right people and we brought in the right veterans to help, I feel like it could do the same thing, you know. Jay Lethal's their Ben Zobrist, or the Briscoes, you know, whatever is you know, Johnny Cueto, you know, whatever it could be, you know, something of that nature. I could see that happening for an MLW or GCW is a major, I would consider a major mid-market, you know, like it is the Milwaukee Brewers, you know, who actually has some good money.
Sure.
You know, but they can't necessarily compete with the Giants.
They're not quite on the level of, you know, Impact or NWA.
Yeah.
Or whatever. And see, the thing is, like, when I think about NWA and GCW, are not that far off. You know,
Not at all. The big difference
I think
is a TV, like a weekly episodic TV show. GCW doesn't do that.
And I know there were some people that were speculating about, well, this is basically going to be ROH is folding into Impact. Because I didn't know this necessarily, but Impact actually has money. You know, they don't have a good TV deal, but they got money in the bank. So, because they were, you know, people were like, oh, they're too. Someone said, oh no, they have money to spend. They're cheap in how they spend it, but they have money to spend. They paid Kenny Omega for what 3 months, you know, to come in per appearance, a hefty sum, right? Mm-hmm. They got money. They got money to go, so they can go get stuff. And at one point in time, I would say that would be a likely scenario, right? That would be if they were still in old school TNA, making the moves that they did, existed, you know, today still in about the same space as they were back then. Absorbing Ring of Honor would be a logical step to become a major player like AEW is. Mm-hmm. I don't see them doing that. I don't see them adding a ton, to be honest with you. I think a few definitely could.
The ones that they would add aren't from Ring of Honor, in my opinion.
No, they're making a push for Adam Shear.
And Wyndham.
They definitely want him, but his 90-day comes up in tomorrow, right?
Tomorrow. We'll find out tomorrow. He will land in a pro.
Okay, I'm not going to subject you guys anymore.
He'll land in a promotion. That's for sure on that day.
Ooh, you are nailing song reference. Jamie is out of nowhere. My influence must be rubbing off on him. He's morphed into a song reference guy. Mr. I slip in at least 6 or 7 movie references in every stand-up that I do. It started dropping in like song references left and right. It's amazing. I love it.
I'm a chameleon, man. I can go either way. Either way.
You're more of a movie buff, but you definitely have that. So okay, touche. So, and we asked for your guys' thoughts too. I think this is a great discussion to have. I think that it's interesting to see what will happen. I know that, like we were talking before this, that your idea, because apparently going back to Journey Pro for a hot second, DJ had said that they're still hoping to have the big announcement that they were going to do at the show this weekend. They still want to do that. And you were on the level that you thought it was a partnership of sorts. Mm-hmm. And that got us to thinking about this with Ring of Honor going down. Do you want to share what your prediction was, or kind of what we were getting at, talking about? Not your prediction, but kind of like some ideas we had about what Ring of Honor in the future looks like, because I think we all can agree they're not just going to go on hiatus for 6 months and come back the same thing or big.
No, and I'll leave you to your thought, because your thought's actually really damn strong. But mine was, I thought, you know, if you notice that GCW made the announcement of their LA branch just recently. I felt like Journey Pro could become GCW's Midwest branch, you know, their Kansas City, St. Louis branch, if you will. And I still believe that now more than ever, you know, because they're still wanting to make the announcement even after, you know, unfortunately not being able to do the show. So it just drove it home for me. Like, I could see them doing something with GCW or maybe MLW, somebody, but they are going to be doing a partnership. And I think it might be a long time partnership, where like they are an affiliate of GCW, MLW.
Kind of how the NWA used to have feeder promotions, right?
Exactly.
Okay. Well, my thought was along that level there, because and the reason we even bring this into consideration is because we do know Walter and DJ, and they have lots of contacts and friends throughout wrestling, right? More than you would realize. So that just gets the speculation train going. And my thought is, Ring of Honor was very vague in what they said their plans were. If they were flat out going away, I don't feel like they would have said what they said in the way that they said it.
That's fair.
I believe that it could be a possibility that maybe they're going away to reorganize to be kind of a conglomerate of a bunch of small regional promotions. And maybe Journey Pro is the Midwest one. Journey Pro, a Ring of Honor promotion. So that type of partnership where they can then take the people that are on the staff who have the freedom to go, but they can have this loose affiliation still with Ring of Honor through an assortment of promotions. And maybe, Journey Pro, New South, Mission Pro, for God's sake,
That's good.
Maybe that. And that's his thought. So right now we're in Fantasy Booking Island for a promotion. Who knows what's going to happen? But I'm excited to see whatever the announcement is coming from DJ and Walter.
I agree.
I still kind of think that I think that it might be involved. I'm leaning more towards your idea, to be completely truthful with you. Leaning a lot more towards the idea of partnership of some sort, as opposed to just a permanent home. But I think a permanent home is going to be involved in that talk.
Yeah, like it's a byproduct.
If you're doing the Truman, if you're doing GCW, you're going to be at the Truman. You're not going to be, no offense to our good friends at Blip Coffee Roasters. If you're partnered up with Ring of Honor and there might be more, streaming or some TV involved with it, you need a little bit bigger space, right? So, anyway, you guys let us know what you think. One last note before we get into AEW it is the witching season, and even though we're not going to be wearing our Halloween costumes, there is Halloween things afoot. And a couple nights ago, NXT was calling it that, not calling it any numbers to go along with it. NXT had their second return annual of Halloween Havoc. And I actually watched half of it. It was not bad, to be completely honest with you. It was not bad, the parts that I watched, Some of it was meh. They had a whole Joe Gacy thing with Harlan, which I'm like, whatever, But it was not bad. They did well in the ratings on that. They got they got like 746,000 views. So up quite a bit from what they were before.
Yeah.
You have your new champions galore though. MSK dropped the belts to Imperium. You had the women opened it. They had a triple threat ladder match for the women's tag titles, which is actually very enjoyable to watch. Io Shirai damn near got broken in half.
That was a scary spot.
Did you see the reverse angle of that spot? Yeah. If you know what I'm talking about, But yeah, she got pushed off a big ladder onto a small ladder that was bridged, and it was she didn't land well. But she's okay, apparently. She tweeted out today and she's doing all right. But you had Gigi Dolan and JC Jane won the women's tag titles. And then you had Mandy Rose defeated Raquel Gonzalez in the NXT Women's Championship match with a little assist by a cloaked and hooded returning Dakota Kai. You just said, where's Dakota Kai? And I'm like, is she that dark fit? Yes, she is. So she's back. She literally hit Raquel Gonzalez with a shovel, which led to Mandy Rose getting the pin.
Nice. Well, this is Mandy Rose's first gold, too.
It's her first title. And this was legitimately, it was a street fight, was a legitimately good match. As much as we talk about WWE and the new NXT, they have some good matches. They actually still do. And yes, they're trying to over-sexualize everything now, and they're making it hip for the kids, trying to get those young viewers and whatever. But they still have some good matches. This was one of them. I thoroughly enjoyed this. And Mandy Rose is a good performer, even though she's in Vince's playhouse of, wear this like thong onesie and pants that are kind of open, right? She's first title. So give it up for her. So that was cool. Anyway. Halloween Havoc, not too shabby. When it comes down to it, if I have to watch WWE, I'm still going to go to NXT because I still think it's better than the other two pieces of crap that are out there.
Oh, combined.
That's all I got to say about that. So let's talk about Dynamite, because this is back to regular scheduled programming. Dynamite happened last night, and boy, was it good one. Jamie, what happened on Dynamite?
It was really damn good. Like it. I'm not gonna say it's better than I was expecting, but it was better than I was expecting.
I'll say that. Yeah, for sure.
So let's just hop right in. It started off with a match, of course, no promo here, and it was Bobby Fish versus one CM Punk. It was a really good match. It was solid. It's not one of their, bring the house down opening matches like they like to do. It was more technical, and it had
very technical.
Oh yeah, but it wasn't the most technical match of the night. I'm gonna definitely say that. And that match is my match of the night. So this match had basically, everything you usually get out of these matches. And if you for 1 second thought Bobby Fish was going to win, you are an idiot. Yes, Punk hits a GTS because he wins by finisher. 1, 2, 3. Your winner is one CM Punk.
And the crowd was really behind this match. Not just CM Punk. They were really into the match, which...
They were into all the matches.
Yeah, but it legit kind of surprised me, because I know elsewhere Bobby Fish is kind of, people are like, oh, well, that's the guy from the tag team. But, I feel like they were a lot more into this than other times for him. So it's good stuff for Bobby Fish is all I'm trying to get at there. And I thought it was better than I thought it was going to be. Not going to lie.
Yeah. And the thing is, too, like, if you do a match well, wins and losses don't matter. If you do it bad, wins and losses totally matter.
100%.
So we're going to get into that in just a sec. Put a pin in that. So right after that, we had a quick little Malachi vignette. Basically all he said is, like, you think he broke his family, broke him, and if he thinks pinfalls matter, he needs to think again. And, like, put a pin in that. Boop. All right, after this, actually, this is pretty fun. MJF faced Bryce Donovan. Stooge jobber,
local talent.
Yeah, local talent number 2. Straight just 1, 2. It was just quick.
It was maybe a minute.
Yeah, and MJF, like, again, he fits into the category for me of Killer Croc, or killer not Killer Croc, killer, what's his name now? Karrion Kross, thank you. Of having a terrible finisher. So that damn heat seeker.
I don't hate his finisher.
I don't
love it. I don't hate it like you do. I don't. Why? It's basically a half pile driver.
It's a shit move. You put them on the outside of the ropes and they bend over. Like, come on, man. Like, and you just jump up and they magically come over the ropes. Like, it's a shit move. I hate the heat seeker.
Okay, all right. Heat seeker, no good.
Yeah, it's a dud. It needs a patriot. That's what it needs. Anyway, then he puts one finger on him, gets the pin. I love that. He blew off his finger before he did. He goes, and just stuck it on. It was beautiful. After this, though, MJF does an amazing heel promo, #heel shit, and he just goes off on Boston. He goes off on the women of Boston, goes off on the mothers of Boston, and then... he says, Darby's scared to even show up, and the lights go out, and then here comes Sting's music, and then it pops back on. He's like, gotcha, bitches. It was the best. And he just starts laughing hysterically about it. Then all of a sudden the lights really do go out, and he's like, oh, very funny, Spears. And Spears like, wasn't me, man. And then next thing you know, there's a quick vignette of Darby Allin, just beating
up some rapper wearing a...
Well, yeah,
MJF
he was at a rap
mask.
show, and him and the rapper put a guy through the table who had the MJF face on, and then lights come
artsy and shit.
Yeah, lights come back on. Sting is in the ring with the bat. He hits Spears. He hits Wardlow. MJF goes outside of the ring in the corner, and then there's somebody looking like the Invisible Man right behind him. Lo and behold, it's Darby Allin. He's back. Oh my goodness, it's Darby. And then Darby grabs a mic and says, "Full gear." So those two are going at it at full gear.
This is full gear. I love it, dude. They're purposeful. Like, I do find this ironically funny about how artsy and creative Darby is, right? And they give him a lot of free reign. He put on the whole like warehouse match, you know, like he helped put that together. He has all these vignettes and there are, you know, but his mic skills consist of like 2-word sentences.
Hey,
it's like
Roman Reigns started somewhere.
Don't just not put him on let's not call him Roman Reigns. Let's not do that to Darby, please.
Okay, Braun Strowman, get these hands. God, so bad. After this, Britt Baker's with her and Rebel. There you go. And one Jamie Hayter. And it is revealed to Britt Baker that she'll be facing Abaddon in a trick-or-treat match. And if Abaddon wins, she'll get a title shot bout. And there is no DQ. So it's very obvious Britt Baker is going to win because it's no DQ. That means Jamie Hayter and Rebel can interfere in the match. But it should be good, and it'll be on Rampage. So there you go. There's that. After this, you had a very, very good match. Again, Ethan Page versus Sammy Guevara. So I'm going to have to say this. Typically, AEW does the bookends, right? And I am honestly going to say this might be one of the first times ever where the middle outshined the bookends, except for the very last bookend was kind of amazing. But at least the first one, like these next two matches were fire. Like this one was great.
Like this card overall was a better start to finish card than they've done in a while because they do like Jamie said, the crescendo, right? The little reverse bell curve where first one they kind of blows and then he gets to the, you know, so yeah, this one was very much a high level frequency line. I don't know where my analogy is going. Please stop me. But yes.
Okay, so Ethan Page, all ego Ethan Page, my wife's favorite wrestler, going against Sammy Guevara. And like this match had everything. It had suicide dives, fighting on the outside. Like it literally had everything. And you know, Sammy hits a cutter and then to a Spanish fly. Like, oh my God, dude. Like
a double springboard cutter. Please don't leave that out.
Double springboard cutter.
We're talking flippy spinny shit here. Let's get to it. Because Sammy just had all the standing Spanish fly. He tried to do an avalanche Spanish fly. That got beat. So he started doing like shooting star presses like they were going out of style. I mean, I love Sammy more and more each week. I swear to God.
Yeah, and Sammy did not win by a finisher. It was a big flippy pin reversal that he did and got Ethan 1-2-3 with a stunning upset style pin, if you will. And after that, Ethan Page was not happy. He starts beating him up. Here comes Scorpio Sky to help out. And the next thing you know, the entire Inner Circle with one Chris Jericho, who's back from the Jericho Cruise. And he has the mic and he does what Chris Jericho does on said mic. And he cuts a very big face promo about the 10-man tag. And he says, you bring, oh wait, it's Halloween. You bring that pumpkinhead dipshit Dan Lambert next week. And we're going to find out which one of his cronies is going to be in the Minneapolis street fight. So there you go.
And then he told Scorpio, this is the part that I wrote down here, because he told Scorpio Sky, yeah, you've beaten me twice, but Ethan Page, you never beaten anything in your life. They see, the last thing you've beaten was yourself in the hotel last night, which started up a beat the meat chant, which was fan-fucking-tastic.
Yes, absolutely. I'm glad you brought that up.
Oh, I could not.
Yes. Then right after that, you have Eddie Kingston, Daniel Bryan hype up promo. It was good. It's just, he was Eddie basically saying, saying I don't work hard. I work hard every damn day just to get out of bed and all this stuff. And then
it was a good continuation if you saw the promo during Rose to the Top last week.
Yep.
Because it gives it a minor build to this excellent semifinal or quarterfinal match.
After that, then you had the Lucha Bros with Alex Abrahantes, and they will officially put their titles on the line against FTR at Full Gear. Actually, it was not announced as Full Gear, but I'm assuming it's gonna be Full Gear because that makes the most sense.
I think they said Full Gear.
Did they? I thought they just said that they just said that they're gonna put it on the line.
It's gonna be Full Gear, people.
I mean, it'd be cool if it was next week, but I'm just saying. Just saying. So
sorry, I had to clear my throat.
So next is my match of the night.
Okay.
And
touche.
And I will tell you why.
Please do.
As most of you know, I do enjoy some good technical wrestling. I do. This match was a clinic for technical wrestling. It had heart. It had good pacing. It had everything that you'd want in a match. And the crowd was hella into it, which made it even better. And it just was honestly the perfect match. Like, top to bottom on how it was composed and compiled and done. It was beautifully done. And this is Serena-Deeb versus Hikaru Shida.
Plus, there's the backstory. You forgot about that
bit
too.
That's the payoff
backstory too.
Because Hikaru Shida is still at 49 wins, and the last time she faced Serena-Deeb used the plastic congratulations thing and popped her over the head with it.
The office trophy.
The office trophy. So that whole match was Reversal City. You had Serena-Deeb focusing on Hikaru Shida's knee. You had Hikaru Shida doing her Japanese strong style, at least trying to. I like her hybrid style of strong style, not the overbearing strong style. She's definitely Americanized it a lot, and I love it because it tells the story better, at least in my opinion. And this match, man, like all the damn moves of Serena-Deeb is a treasure and amazing. Like, I know she was a trainer in NXT, and now we actually get to see it on display. She should have been wrestling the entire time. She is fucking gifted.
Are you buying into the Women of 1,000 Holds moniker? I know you tried to give it to somebody else, but are you buying into what they're giving it to her?
Yes.
I mean, that's her character. That's part of the character, right?
Now, okay, so here's the thing. I was pissed off at the beginning, but then this match, you know what I saw in this match? I saw Dean Malenko versus a young Chris Jericho.
Ooh, good call. Very good call. Yeah.
Like, that's how much fire and fervor this match had. It was just everything. Serena-Deeb definitely was Dean Malenko, except, you know, Dean wasn't the heel of that feud, obviously.
Well,
but then you had Hikaru Shida, who's more like Jericho, more young, flamboyant, you know, not as seasoned as Serena. So that definitely had those similarities. The only thing is, obviously, Hikaru Shida does not do a submission, and I would welcome seeing her do a lion tamer. Just saying, just throwing that out there. But this match had everything you wanted, and it actually ends up with Shida like doing, like, they had this crazy reversal, and she just flopped up on top like quick as a hiccup, in the words of JR. 1, 2, 3, boom, gets the win. Hikaru Shida's your winner. That was amazing. She gets number 50. She is the first woman in AEW to get 50 wins. And then right after that, Serena-Deeb went off. Like, she
beat the shit out of her.
Yeah, she beat her like she owed her money, man. It was bad. Like, she busted out a chair and just hammered on the knee, put it in her Serenity lock, and it was just awesome.
And I love how well she just sold. Note to all the other women out there. Like, we talked about a few, like, you know, we're not trying to, like, say that, you know, trying to coach up the entire AEW's women's division, but they certainly have a few people that can sell well. You know, Thunder Rosa definitely can do it. Britt's got it in her. Of course, my girl Ruby Soho, Ruby, she can sell the best of them. But she was selling that knee wonderfully throughout the match, which just gave it the even more emotion. Fantastic.
This match had just everything, and
It was great. I love the fact that nobody came out to help her afterwards.
Yeah, because I was about to say
you don't need it. You don't need it.
Yeah, because the Inner Circle came out and made the save for Sammy. I'm like, are they gonna do it really like 2 matches in a row? Basically, I mean, MJF had a run in. It was like
well, plus like the last women's match they had with Ruby versus Penelope. You had, Red Velvet came out and made the save afterwards. This and that. I was like, you don't need to have every woman get assisted by another woman.
Yeah, so. I mean, it was nice, and like the refs had to break it up, and then you even had a Jerry Lynn sighting, which is good to see old Jerry Lynn.
Oh yeah,
and he was yelling at Serena, but yeah, like you said, she just sold the shit out of it, and it was just a great match. Like it had everything, the passion, the selling. Oh my god, like I am enamored by this. I'm gonna watch it again. It was one of the best women's matches I have seen on national TV in a while, since the Britt Baker Thunder Rosa match.
Okay. I can't disagree with that. I mean, this is fantastic.
So
start to finish.
It was so good.
Hey, could they have used a second match in the show? Yes, but if you're going to give us one, make it a good one. So
they said, hold my beer, we'll make it a great one. So after this, you had Dante Martin and Lio Rush. They announced that Mike Seidel is injured, which sucks.
Is that for real, or is that kayfabe?
I think it's kayfabe because he was announced to be at the show.
He was supposed to be at Freaks Come Out. So I think that it's I'm pretty sure it's kayfabe.
Yeah,
whatever.
So now it's going to be Dante Martin versus Matt Seidel 3, but this time he's got Lio Rush in his corner, and when the man of the hour makes his debut, everybody will be in awe, basically. Yeah.
I think that's more what this whole thing is. I think it's more just kind of stringing it along, stirring up the pot, so that Leo's debut match is a good one, and they're building up more into his storyline and into his character, and also for Dante, because it's gonna be Dante versus him as the payoff at some point.
Absolutely.
Right? So let's get to that. Let's put they're building the stew. They got to put the taters and the onions and everything in there, and they're letting it go. So it's just another tater being thrown in the pot.
So after this, we had our super squash of the night, and it's again Mr. John Mox.
Would you call this more of a squash than the MJF match?
Yes, because of how they did it. Okay,
go ahead.
So
I'll let you go.
So John Moxley versus Preston 10 Vance of the Dark Order, who is on an 11-match win streak, ladies and gentlemen. 11 wins. He's using the Master Lock. For anybody who doesn't know, that's his move now. I guess it's the big guy move. I don't know.
It's fine.
It's fine. But Moxley just straight beat the shit out of him and bloodied him, like ripped his mask open, bloodied him, and literally made 10 look like a little bitch. That's why I'm calling it the super squash, because if anything, the last match against Jobber number 3 from Pensacola, Florida didn't matter. This matters because it kind of fucks 10 up a little bit. Like, let's just be real. Like, I know I'm cussing and I apologize, but this really messes him up a lot because he was on such a roll, and then he gets in with a big dog and just gets pounded like it was nothing. Like, make it a damn good match. Like, he deserved better. Like, that's my thing. Like, it's disappointing. Yeah. This is how a quick match, like, wins and losses hurt. Remember how I said put a pin in that? This is it. This is why it hurts, because he did all this groundwork to get better, and you killed him in 60 seconds. 60 seconds, he's done.
It was a little longer than that, but I think that even serves the point of it. You know, there's, and we know what they're doing, right? Everybody writing on if you have eyes, you saw last week, you know what they're doing because of his promo, how he's got to go through this, and he's just like the I don't give a fuck guy anymore, right? Mm-hmm. And so even at this, he came out through the crowd. He didn't come out quite on as early as Judy does, and he made a straight beeline for the ring, beat the living holy hell out of number 10. Guy's hand raised as he was trying to leave, and just left and went straight out.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
And out, done. I'm here. You know, like show up, kick ass, leave. You know, that whole shtick. Which I get it, but I'm with you. I was not happy that that's how they did 10.
Yeah, they did 10 really dirty.
If anything, have him come up and do just a regular squash match, or be like, come up, he's always flirted with that line, before, ref's looking at something or whatever, and he does a quick low blow, and then bell rings and he does paradigm shift and then he leaves, right?
Yeah.
I would have been better with that because, yeah, it does suck for 10. That puts him in a bad spot.
Mm-hmm. So after this, we get the promo of the night. And it was...
I can't believe you're saying that, but you're 100% right.
Well, I have a theory, sir.
Keep going. I know where you're going. I think I know where you're going with this, but go ahead. Oh, by the way, FDR did accept the match, by the way, before commercial break.
Sorry.
Whatever.
FTR says that,
whatever.
The AEW tag team titles will come home to Poppy, which I loved. They're such good bits.
That's why I wanted to they throw these great little nuggets, odes to everybody, There's so much about history and just dropping little dimes there. That's an Eddie Guerrero reference for those of you who don't know.
Yeah, so hashtag heel shit is fully alive with those guys. So after this, we have CODELANDER, Cody Rhodes coming out.
That's not catching on.
It
I'm
will.
Just saying.
It will.
Okay, sure.
It will.
Keep telling yourself that.
Because of this promo. He comes out to Major Heat and he just goes, I hear you. But I hear the heat online. I hear the old wrestler managers shouting at clouds on social media. That's a nice little reference to somebody we're not going to name because he does not deserve my voice uttering his name.
Nope.
And he says he hears it all. When he hit the Tiger Driver 98, he seriously thought about doing another move, which I know what move he was thinking about because we talked about on our last podcast about
everybody knows fucking pedigree.
He's gonna do a pedigree. When he started, I'm like, oh my god, he's gonna do a pedigree, And then it's like, for a brief moment, he thought about hitting it, and it would have broken the covenant with the fans and this and this. Like he keeps saying, I'm not gonna turn. He kept saying, I'm not gonna turn, and it's just like, Jesus Christ. He is turning into CODELANDER. Like he is. Like that kind of shit right there. He hears it and it's fueling him. And the thing is like, he's like, I'm not going to turn. So in his mind, he's not going to turn. He is going to become CODELANDER. I guarantee it now. I'm putting the Mark Stradamus stamp of approval. CODELANDER will officially happen. And it's going to happen at Full Gear.
I don't think it's going to happen that soon. If it does happen, I think it's going to be a little bit of a longer drag.
I think it's going to be at Full Gear because of what happens next. So, he's just talking about how people, boo him, all this. He's not going to turn and everything. And then he starts apologizing to the Nightmare Family and Arn Anderson and all that good stuff. And then here comes out Andrade El Idolo. And Andrade called him a little bitch.
Andrade's English is getting so much better.
It was
kudos
great.
to Andrade. I know he's been diligently. He's on record as saying he absolutely wants to do that, and that's one thing we could thank Charlotte Flair for this past week. How about that?
Yeah, I mean, Sonya Deville told her to fuck off, but hey, whatever.
But so Andrade was great. He was actually really good on the bike. I enjoyed that.
He comes out and he's like, people, you shouldn't care about people, and you've made a lot of stupid choices. The first one's that stupid tattoo, and everybody just died. Yes, you're right. He goes next. He got into his business, and he says he's gonna make Cody his little bitch, and it's like, oh my god. And then right after that, the lights go out, and then boop. There's Malachi Black saying right next to his homeboy Andrade El Idolo. And
I love them being together.
Malachi instantly black miss Cody as soon as the lights pop on, and they attack Cody and Arn, and out comes Pac to make the save. So Pac takes out Black, and then he gets Andrade out, and it looks like he's gonna flip out, run out. He stops, just jumps back, does a quick backflip, sits down and crisscross applesauce, and just throws the double bird salute. So good. So good.
It's obviously going to be a tag team for Full Gear, right?
Yep. It's going to be a tag team match
There's
of Malachi
no way
Black,
it's not.
Andrade.
No way it's not.
And so this is my Mark Stradamus moment. Mark Stradamus moment.
Explain, because I want to hear. Like I said, I don't disagree with you in principle. I don't think it's going to happen this soon. So give me your you already gave your stamp of approval. Now I gotta go out and when I'm editing this thing and find a stamp graphic. Thank you, Jamie. I've looked it up there the whole time. Don't worry.
Okay.
And so, what is going to happen? How is this going to
play out? Okay.
Please let me know.
Arn Anderson has gone on record to say that he would do anything to win. He's not proud of some of the moments of the things that he did in order to win. Right? He said.
I mean, shit. The Four Horsemen pinned. Dusty Rhodes, they pinned him into a parking lot, tied him up to a heavy machinery, and beat him with lead pipes.
Yeah. So he's willing to do anything to win. Okay. So I think there is going to be a moment in his match in the tag team match where Arn wants Cody to cheat. Okay.
Okay.
They lose after the match. Cody's there, and Arn's just giving him the business. Just giving him the business about you're an idiot, like he did before. Cody snaps, hits him with a crossroads, and that's the beginning of CODELANDER. Because in his mind, he didn't do anything wrong. He's just this guy's being heel, and I don't want to be a part of that. And in fact, he did heel shit in order for that to happen. And he's gonna do something to Pac right after that too, because Pac's like, "What the hell?" He starts the snap right there. That is going to be the moment that we see CODELANDER officially begin to happen. And I'm making CODELANDER stick because it makes too much sense. He's CODELANDER.
Okay, I don't. We'll have to see how it transpires.
You like that,
I think,
don't you?
I do kind of like it. I would put a tweak on it here. Because I don't have the seal of approval, like the stamp like Jamie has over here. But here, if I was to think about it, I think that everything goes that way, except Arden knows that there is a person in this match on his team that is very much a heel. Mm-hmm. Has been before and flips back and forth. So he basically, gets Pac to do something dirty.
That's
which
fair.
Cody sees. They end up losing the match still, whatever. And so he turns on Arn by giving Pac a crossroads. And then maybe walking out on Arn.
No, I think he does something to Arn. And you know what?
Okay.
So this
we got 2 weeks. Let's see.
Okay, so I don't think he's gonna hit a crossroad on Arn because Arn probably can't, twist.
That's what I'm saying too. He's like 75 years old.
Yeah.
I don't want to see him doing a crossroads.
But I bet he could take a spine buster. His move.
That'd be a heel shit move. That's true.
Just saying.
Let's see how this transpires. So okay, well we got a couple weeks here. We will find out.
Yes. So after this, it is time for our main event for the evening.
So good. This is my match of the night.
It was match 1A for me because it had everything, and the ending was just so perfect. But I mean, it could have just been for the damn costumes. So it's
costumes were great.
It's the Dark Order going against the Super Clique. So this is how it went at it came to be. So the Dark Order comes out. You have John Silver dress up as Bambi because he promised he would be Bambi. Then the two participants that were not in it were Five and Alex Reynolds, and they had like cowboy hats on and everything, and they were pulling out a horse that it was some
pantomime horse.
So somebody was in a horse, which Evil Uno was a cowboy.
So it's two people. You had a front and a back.
And then Evil Uno was sitting on top of it, riding the horse. And Evil Uno was a cowboy. He even had the mustache on his mask, which was amazing. Then you had. He was a participant. Then my favorite one of the whole one was Stu Grayson coming out.
Cabana?
Oh, no. Stu Grayson as Kratos. Like, it looked perfect. Like, I appreciated Blackheart, Tommaso Ciampa's. I appreciate his, but Stu Grayson's was perfect. But to your point, the costume of the night on the Dark Order definitely had to go to freaking Colt Cabana dressing up as Brandon Cutler.
So good. Blue jumpsuit, the face shield, 2 cans of cold spray, and the red headband. It was great.
It was amazing. Then here come the super clique of the Elite.
Well, I really thought was not going to come out. I thought they were going to do the whole, like, you nerds, what are you doing wearing costumes, right? But, as soon as that music hit, I knew I was wrong.
Yes.
Dead wrong.
So there was a version of, dun, 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 of Ghostbusters. And here come out the Elite as the Ghostbusters.
So,
and that is a call out to New Japan when they came out as the Ghostbusters for a Halloween show there when Adam Cole was there.
So good. But, proton packs and all.
Proton packs and everything.
Yeah, Michael Naka's. Well, you had Brandon Cutler came out as one of the inflatable suits as the Stay Puft Marshmallow.
Yes.
Man. And then you had, which is why their intro took forever, because him and Nakazawa are both in inflatable suits. So Nakazawa was a giant bay.
Yeah, a bay, which was great. So
a big baby inflatable suit with.
And then when Adam Cole did his Adam Cole bay, they actually had him like line up right in front of him when they did it. They're like, "Yeah, it's so good, right? That's so good." Like, oh my goodness, they are just so hilarious.
Bay, yeah. But it took them forever to get both of them in their inflatable suits, like sumo suits, get to the ring.
So this match was insane. Like, it had moves galore, low blows, super kicks. It had everything you want. You have Colt Cabana getting power bombed onto proton packs. I mean, you got the just everything in this match. Like, I can't even get into all the crazy ass moves that are in this. You had
it's too many to go over, man, for real. Stu Grayson's unbelievable.
Yeah.
John Silver's little like flurry of action is great. All the super kicks left, right, up, down, the whole 9 yards. There was a budge call out by John Silver at one point. Budge.
So good.
Go watch it wherever you can. It's worth it. But we're not gonna dive too deep in the minutia because the ending. Oh my god.
Yeah. So let's just get towards the end. So, amidst the super kick fiesta, the Matt Jackson missed and hits the ref right in the face. And everybody's like, what's going on? And then that's when like low blow galore happened. So they low blow Silver first, right? Was it Silver first?
Silver first, and there's a triple low blow on the other three.
The other three right after they low blowed. And then here comes the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man just kind of walking up and like clapping and just staying right there. And then out of nowhere, the horse and Five and Reynolds are chasing after the horse, and the horse gets into the ring, and they're like, "What the hell?" Like the Elite is looking at him like, "What the hell's going on?"
Yeah, I think somebody goes down and beats up or super kicks Five and Reynolds, right?
Yeah,
and it's the front half of the pantomime horse.
Yeah,
pantomime horse is where the two people on the horse sit.
Yeah, so it was the front half with the horse head on, and so
he slips by and gets in the ring somehow.
Yeah, so he slips in and he gets low blowed. So the poor guy in the horse is getting low blowed, and so they're like, "Oh yeah, so we're gonna take off the mask," and so they take off the.
They do a quadruple super kick, and everybody is speculating, and the announcers are saying this too. Is like, we have an idea it's Hangman, right? It's got to be Hangman because 10 obviously got the shit beat out of him 15 minutes earlier. It's not him. It's got to be Hangman, right? So okay.
Yeah, he gets the BTE trigger done on him. That's what he gets. He gets the quadruple BTE trigger.
4-way. Yeah.
And so then they decide to unhood the horse, and it's none other than Brandon Cutler. After that,
he's duct taped and tied up. Don't worry, he hasn't turned on them.
So after that, the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man staying in the back takes off his mask. It's none other than Adam Hangman Page, and Adam Hangman gives a really quick dead eye to Kenny. John Silver does a spin doctor on Matt right after that. 1, 2, 3. Your winner is the Dark Order, ladies and gentlemen. Way to pull it out together as one.
Fuck yes.
So good.
Yeah. I was so happy with this. First of all, it was a Spotfest galore, this match. Just left and right, both sides going to it. They stayed in costume during the match.
The entire
which
match.
made it even better. Uno somehow managed to keep his hat on his mask on his head. He had this string set up so his little cowboy hat stayed on the whole time.
The mustache.
I loved it.
The mustache was the piece that got for me there. So there was
so
one thing
good.
I did want to go over that they had the Dark Order had Matt Jackson in the corner. And then they did the, like, everybody tagged themselves in and they do like a corner move. And then here comes Colt Cabana, like he's going to do the apple drop. He turns around and just sprays him with the spray cans in the face. It was so damn good. This match, like to your point, was the most fun. It had tons of spots everywhere. I love that, but just the heart and passion and the backstory of Shida-Deeb was just what made that one for me.
Oh, wrestling match. I'm for sure put that one up there. I mean, although this one had a ton of spots in
yes, it was a
you had
total
all the
fest.
spots. This one had, it was more fun, but it still also played very well. So we're 2 weeks out from Full Gear, and they've firmly entrenched the redemption story of Adam Page back in full swing. So love it. It's great. Next week, by the way, in Kansas City, we will be going to it. We hope to see some of you there. If not, look for us on TV. We're in a good spot. We might just make it.
You might see some hashtag heel shit shirts.
You possibly could, unless my new Ruby shirt comes before then. Hey, Ruby. Andrade Cody, we get to see next week here in Kansas City. We get the final, I believe, is going to be first round match in the TBS tournament. Anna Jay and Jamie Hayter. And then we get Cassidy and Moxley, the second round match for the
semifinals.
World title eliminator.
That's
a quarterfinal.
No, semi.
That's a quarterfinal.
Semi.
As a semifinal, never mind.
Yes, I was right. It's okay.
You're right. Okay. So the winner of that meets the winner of Danielson Kingston. It's like I said before, it's got to be Danielson Moxley. Got to be. Anywho. Well, this is what's the return to Wednesday. Let's do a return to ratings. So what would you give this particular Dynamite?
Top to bottom, it was an amazing show. It gets a Spotfest. Not a total, but a spot.
Okay.
It could be a total. Ah, damn. It was so damn good. No, I'm going to stick with Spotfest.
Okay. I'm going to just give it a Spotfest. It just got in there for me. I think that overall the card was so good, as like I was saying. It was unexpected of sorts, and they did have 2 squash matches. One of them really pissed me off. So I was going to give it, until that final one, even with the goodness that it was, I was just going to give it a snooze fest. Wait, no, that's not right. I can't remember what the 3 out of 5 was.
That is a so it's shit fest, squash fest, snooze fest.
No, snooze fest, squash fest.
Squash, yeah, sorry. Snooze, squash, spot, total spot.
you look like Tobey Maguire in Spider-Man 1 trying to figure out how to work your web swingers.
Yeah.
Anywho, I thought it was I gave it just into a spot fest though. I thought it was good. So, all right, that's what we got. So more details to come on Ring of Honor stuff. We hope to on Tuesday have some really good news coming out of Journey Pro with what their big announcement is. We'll get back to you as well with Rampage, because there's some good stuff going on in Rampage. Tournaments continue to move on, so you'll have the first finalist set after Rampage, Danielson or Kingsley. So we shall see. And of course, we'll be back next Thursday with our Dynamite review and other goings on. Jamie, do you have anything else that you wanted to talk about tonight?
Just have a happy and safe Halloween, ladies and gentlemen. Watch plenty of scary movies. I definitely have a few suggestions in that arena. Hell House LLC is such a solid ass movie. You should really watch that if you're definitely into found camera. I mean, the audition's really good. There's so many great ones out there, ladies and gentlemen. But yes, have a good, safe Halloween. Enjoy your candy. Enjoy your partying. Dress up like something cool, like a lion tamer. You know, have a fun weekend.
We may be persuaded. Nah. I thought about talking to you about seeing about tonight if you wanted to wear the lion tamer costume, and I was like, maybe we should wear it for a show. But I was like, I think we need to wear it on the next Journey Pro show, no matter when that is.
Absolutely, I agree.
It'll be real weird if it's not until Lethal Weapon 2 is also a Christmas movie. But I'm down for whatever. So
Yeah.
Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. We do appreciate it. Like, subscribe, share, all the stuff down below. Give us a comment, give us a tweet. Check out our website at www.totalspotfest.com. We will see you next week. Jamie, take us home.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, if you're not down with Total Spot Fest, I have 7 words for you.
Good Lord. All right.
Whatever you do, don't fall asleep.
On that note, we will see you guys next week.
1, 2, Freddy's coming for you.
I'm cutting this off, by the way.
Oh, you should have had it right there, Rob. Just started doing that. Like, that'd be great.
All right. Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.